Hey, I'm just getting set up. I won't be too long. I'm trying to find a song here. Oh, I know why I can't find it, because my playlist. Okay. Okay, I just need 1 minute and I'll be right back. I need water. Eleven. I love that beat so much. I love it so much, I'm gonna share it. I love it so much, I'm just gonna share it. Happy Freest Day. 11/11. Oh my gosh. Just the numbers of today, 11/11/22, is like, whoa. I'm bouncing up and down like a Mexican jumping bean. It's like, whoa. And the first card that is up today is number 11. Go figure. Expression, expression. Peacock energy. I'm going to leave it at that. Hey, Anita. How's everything going? Hi, sweetie. How's everything? Hey, Jess Palmer. What's up? Not much. I made some lazy cabbage rolls. I'm not quite sure why they call them that, because besides the fact I didn't roll them, there was still a lot of prep time. A lot. I don't know, maybe 40 minutes, which isn't so much, but so yeah, they're cooking, and the oven clock timer is gonna beep for me soon, so I take them out. Anita, massive blackout in the Schumann yesterday. Rawr. Good. Blackout. Oh, man. I always find that I function better. The higher that Schumann's at, the better that I feel. So I would wonder what the number would have been. Um, you gotta go, Anita? Okay. Have a good day, sweetie. Me loves you. Come back if you can. It does smell good, eh? Oh my gosh, the whole house smells like a big giant cabbage roll with extra garlic and onions, because it's winter. Well, actually, it's fall, but it's actually the best fall we've had for a while. So mild. Snow. Lily wants snow. Wait, we don't even have snow boots yet.
I don't care.
Well, I do. I'm the mom. I have to make sure your feet are warm. She's very picky, so we've gone hunting for boots like, I don't know,
I'm not
5
picky.
times, and she's picky. She's a
I'm
picky little
not
thing.
Picky.
They have to be stylish, right?
I'm not that picky though.
They have to be stylish.
I'm not that picky. Yes, I do have to be stylish, but I'm not that picky.
I know you're not that picky. Oh shit, she can see me. She sees me. Badger, be fearless and bold. Badger is
You're done.
coming up.
You're done.
Repetitive. Don't touch my head. Ah! Okay, stop. Ew. Ew,
That's
ew,
what it
ew.
is.
Hey, Trace B. Oh my gosh. Yeah, sweetie. A lot. Trace B, I was watching a dude. Not sued. Yeah, I know.
Do we have tortillas?
Okay, hang on. What?
Do we have
The
tortillas?
cabbage rolls are gonna be ready. That's gonna be ready in like 10 minutes. Do you want to make something different?
No.
Okay, Trace, that's a huge sink. Hey, little G, I was watching this dude make snow maple candy. Did you ever make that? Yes. Yeah, like literally made it. My parents had a sugar bush. So, and I worked and it was part of my life as well. And what that means, a sugar bush, is that they actually had the land with the maples, and we tapped the maples, and then we made maple syrup. So we did do what you saw. It's called la tire, 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 because once the syrup gets boiled a certain way and then puts on the snow, it turns into la tire, which I don't know what the word would be in English, but it hardens, and it's like candy. It's so good, Trace, so good. Just the fact that it's maple syrup on snow in itself, right? Like all the elements of that it's so powerful. Like yeah, I know people in my life path who will like literally travel and go the once a year type of thing in the spring, because that's traditionally when it's done. You know what I mean? To go and have that experience. You can do it at home as well. It's not the exact same, but you can still do it at home with snow. So yeah, I did do that in my life path for real, Trace. We were open all year round as a fully functioning restaurant, like with a bar license and everything, in the middle of the woods, right? But fuck nowhere, middle of the woods. The first year that my parents had the restaurant, there was actually no actual electricity and no actual phone line. And it's because the restaurant was there that the electricity got supported to come into like the lake area and the woods where the restaurant was. So in my lifetime in the 90s, after I finished high school and college, well, I didn't finish college after I quit. After I took a year off, to decide what I was going to do, but then never went back, I worked for my parents, and that's what we did, like all year long. My parents, they had bought it just to operate and make the maple syrup and stuff, but then they realized, like, why don't we open this all year long? So that, I would say that in my life path, that's where I've met the most people from across the world on some level, is in my own parents' restaurant. And that the experience of it throughout like the early 90s, because it was still very touristy, things were very different because of the borders. Just people could travel in a way that was so different. But it was the heyday, of just like people that actually did stuff. So yeah, did that. We had sled dogs at the same time, and we also had horses. The horses weren't ours. People who had horses and wanted them boarded somewhere had the opportunity that they could board them in the middle of the woods instead of on a farm, and that they'd be taken care of and watched at all times, basically. So it's like a cool exchange of energy, right? Somebody who wants a horse but doesn't have the land for it boarded it at that restaurant. The land, not in the restaurant. So yeah, I can see myself, Trace, and the restaurant is full. Like there's hundreds of people, and there's a lineup outside, and there's more people coming. And I'm taking like a break, even if I don't have the time for it, because I need energy. And I'm running like in the snow to get to my dad, who's doing the stuff on the ice, like on the snow, and telling him like, Dad, just shove me one of them now. Like, give me two. I'm gonna bring one back for my sister, and just going to grab one, and just like for the energy of it, and getting outside and getting in the cold to go back into the hot kitchen. Oh my God. Okay, number 4, be fearless and bold. It's new to me and it looks fun and good. It is both. It's delicious. It's magical. It's magical because it's tree sap and the snow together, right? It's amazing. Badger spirit, be fearless and bold. Badger spirit rejoices at your persistence. I knew that was going to happen. And commitment to what is true for you. Whatever you seek, your tenacity and faith in your partnership with spirit is paying off. And the results will soon coalesce into form in your world. The gift of Badger spirit is the surety that taking a risk now and being courageous, fearless, and bold will yield wondrous results. It's a time to harness your will and apply it consistently to the pursuit of your dreams. Know that no matter what the temporary outer conditions, you will manifest your desires in divine timing and in the form that spirit deems best for you. Badger spirit says you have what it takes to get what you want, so assert yourself. Be fearless and bold. Shine your light as your purpose calls you into the world now. New relationships are given a green light now. Don't be afraid to make the first move. Badger spirit loves your brave and mighty heart. And where it says new relationships are given a green light now, that's not necessarily all just romantic per se. It means all relationships. Be fearless and bold. Reach out. Speak up. Show yourself in chats. Show yourself in comments. That's how I found all my tribe and how I find more all the time. I show myself. I speak up. I go into live streams I've never been in before, and I act the exact same way as if I was welcome there and they knew me. I speak the same way. I chat the same way. And sometimes it's like, get the fuck out of Dodge. Nobody here understands a word I'm saying. Not today. Not recruiting anybody today as new tribe and new people and new reflections of self. But hey, so what? It didn't work one time. Doesn't mean I stopped, right? I gotta go get my stuff out of the oven. Here's you. Shut up. Dude, come get it. Come and get it. It's hot.
It's my food.
Okay, be really careful so it doesn't slide off the plate.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Lazy cabbage rolls up for grabs. I swear I got enough for maybe 22 people if we really want to stretch it out. I'm not even fucking joking. I'm not.
Cabbage will be our dinner for the rest of the 4 months.
No, I plan on putting some in the freezer. That's why I made so much. I'm going to read the protection message of the Badger Spirit, you know, since I'm all alone talking to myself here in the chat. When Badger Spirit comes to protect you, he reminds you that anger or aggression, argumentative behavior, being pushy or manipulative, provoking, I'm going to add provoking to that, is not going to result in positive outcomes. Badger energy, or perhaps the energy is Badger energy. Let me start over. Perhaps someone close to you has excess Badger energy, or perhaps that energy is pent up in you. Either way, now's the time to calm down. I know, nobody loves to be told to calm down, eh? Calm down. Allow the energy to pass through you. Indeed. Resistance is an option, but it's actually not serving anybody, because if you don't let it pass through you, it's just going to come back amplified in different ways, right? Go for a hike, a brisk walk, shake it off, dance it off, shake your booty. You gotta, and it's not about your butt, it's about your basin, right? Shakira was right. Hips don't lie. You got to move and undulate, right? For real, especially the masculine who hold themselves back from doing certain movement. That kundalini is jammed. Your crystal soil, it is not like rotating and moving inside of you. Yeah, that's really hot.
It's really hot.
Yeah, move around so you can return to the situation determined and committed, but not so intense that you actually are overwhelming others and yourself. Appearance of Badger Spirit also serves as a reminder, if you've been relentlessly pursuing something that keeps eluding you, the message is now it's time to surrender it up to your higher power and focus on something else. Badger Spirit wants to protect you from self-will run rampant, from being obsessed to getting what you want in the form you prefer, in the timing that you think fits with your notions of what it has to be. Remember, the world does not revolve around your wants. And in a way, that's like a contradiction, because we are the center of our universe. We are the universe. But we are living within a collective paradigm. So other people's timelines need to be in place for yours to come into fruition, right? So if the person, again, an example I said the other day is if the business that you're supposed to work at is closed or not even operating yet, and the person is getting the permits, it's not even existing, and it's going to take another 2 months or maybe even a year, because that's your perfect dream job, where your passion, your purpose, and your mission. But guess what? That person that's going to manifest that hasn't even, like I said, is still applying for the permits. The building, you know what I mean? It's not in operation. So you can't leap into what's for you, because you are waiting for others to do what is their part for their mission and their purpose, right? We are one, and we are all intrinsically connected. And that part is super important, because the intrinsically connected makes it that you can be ahead at the stadium and waiting for the team that's yours, your soul family, but damn, they're not there yet, right? They're not there yet. Better, more beautiful opportunities will result when you release some of your Badger Spirit intensity, along with your need to have it your way 100%. Roar. Thank you, Anita. I'm so glad you came back. I didn't do much while you were gone. I've only been on 19 minutes. The first card up earlier while you were here was the 11, Expression. And then boom, this is the only one I've done since card number 4. The Badger Spirit that keeps coming up. Be fearless and bold. The cards stayed balanced yesterday of the being fearless and bold, being of action, but also taking a lot of time to, meditate, to listen more, speak less type of energy. Roar! Right on. I think we're alone now. There doesn't seem to be Ethan around. Sorry, Ethan. I say that in the best way. Anita, I had to drop my son off somewhere. Is that bloodstone you're wearing? No, it's carnelian. It's carnelian, and I freaking love it. I do. I love it. It's simple. There's a purity to it. I can feel when I have it on or when I don't. I like that feeling. I bought a blue lace agate. It's very small. It's not super big. I'm not putting it on as often, and I'm keeping it where my heat, where I can turn up and down the heat, so it's like close, like it's always in passing when I go somewhere in the house, because there's only one way to get to my room or the bathroom type of thing. So I'm always seeing it. It's part of my reality, but not on me. And I'm alternating with this right now and the pendant that Blue made me and sent me from Michigan. And I like to alternate to be able to feel out what's the difference when I do or I don't wear certain things. I also prefer to go like free solo. So if I was a climber, like in the crystal world of lingo, how a climber would want to be free solo and no equipment at all, and I'm climbing this wall. I prefer to not have crystals on me as compared to what, the spiritual teachings of like, pack yourself up with your bling, to be self-sufficient, so that when I do add something, I'm really aware of what it's doing with and for me. Like to the point of knowing, like, I have to take this off right now because the way my energy is like, it's clashing against my own crystals type of thing. I'm not one to retain information of what my crystals are for or to, right? I get guided to it. So it was a cool, like the way that I found this one and the blue lace agate, the interaction I had with the person who made it, you know what I mean? It was neat. Really, Anita? You also have a blue lace agate that you walk past every day. Yeah, I don't know why that feeling, like I put it there once because I didn't want to like allow for the cord, because it's a cord on it, not metal, whatever. I didn't want the cord to get tangly because I have a tendency of taking off my stuff and just throwing it wherever and actually even forgetting where I put it, to be honest. So I was like, I don't want to lose it, forget where it is. I also have a tendency to put my crystals under my pillow experimentally, but then forget and bring my like laundry to the laundromat and lose my most precious crystals. So I stopped doing that. I stopped doing that. Anita, you know what I'm saying, eh? I just wear one stone at a time. You get it? Yeah. And it works for me. There's times where I have been guided to go put stuff like more or to have something on me, but it's really rare. It's very rare. One of the reasons as well, like Anita or anybody else listening, is that I do believe in the power of our imagination trumps what we actually own, right? So I don't need to have a diamond to harness like diamond crystal energy. I don't need to have something to harness the power of it. Like the intent trumps actually having it on me. So that's why being self-sufficient as my own tool, right, that can call whatever and actually believe it, is enough. As well, it's really beautiful. We can have crystals and have things, but when you work in certain things, for safety wise, you can't have certain things on you. Bracelets, rings, necklaces in restaurants and stuff. I don't care how people dress now and how you look in a kitchen and you can see people and it's just like, ew, I don't care. I'm non-negotiable about not getting caught when I work somewhere with rings or bracelets and stuff. So because I never was able, like you know, the work that I did for so long in my life, and the times where I cheated and kept my thumb ring on because it's my restaurant, I don't care. I don't have to do what anybody says. Like, damn, I can see myself when I got caught on a drawer when we were really busy once, and how it's like, holy shit, I could have lost my thumb if I was any faster than that, right? Well, I cheated and this is what I get. Um, so my having to be used to taking things off when I was working, and if I forgot that it turned against me because I got caught in something, which might sound weird, but when you work at an accelerated pace and everything's like go 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 restaurants, and you know, you don't even have time to grab your water that's right in front of you because you're so busy, that's the pace. um so a lifetime of not being able to have certain things, putting boob rocks when I had restaurant days, but then losing the boob rock and stuff. So it was like, what's the fucking point to a certain level, right? Yeah, you've done that before, the getting caught and stuff. Yeah. Um, and just, it's just safety. Most A lot of people in my life are construction, and I'm always shocked when I see somebody who does construction for real who actually has something on them as they're at work. It just shocks me because depending on what they're doing, it's just like, shit happens so fast, so fast. Ugh, I just can't even. Let's do another one of these guys. Oh yeah, and the other thing I want to say is, like, if you can't afford certain things, or this is the what you're guided to have, but you can't have it, like, it's better to be able to harness that imaginative knowing energy than the actual having something, right? Roar. A lot of vulture energy, condor vulture energy coming through today. The transmuting. Um, I was listening to Yolanda Marie, and I forget the gentleman. I did share it in my community post, so don't mean to not shout out somebody whose channel it was, but it's in my community post. It's my first time entering his channel. Yolanda had him in a community post, said she was going to be merging energies with him, and boom, I was guided to be there as it was happening. And she was talking about something like, you know, it's not about clearing the energy, it's about transmuting it. And I really resonate with that, about how it's not about getting rid or clearing or, you know, like killing the ego, that thing, for example. It's about transmuting things, accepting them, and releasing them in a different way. The way that, you know, the vulture, nothing is wasted. Vulture, card 63, 369. Vulture, nothing is wasted. Of all animals, vulture hardly ever kill. They don't have to. They are there to make sure that in our society, in our world, in this realm that we live in, nothing is wasted. They are the ones making sure that we're not sick. So, you know what I mean? Because of what they do, what they transmute of the circle of life, right? The physical part. Boom, it opened right to the right page. Anita, I'll pull you a specific card after, but because you asked at the same time, maybe there's something in here that's going to resonate specifically for you as well. 63, 369 energy. Anyone else noticing amplified 369 synchronicities? Just the 369, like the flow of the numbers, like amplified more than usual. I don't know when it started, but it's like amplified. It just amplified. Nothing is wasted. What seems hideous has its own beauty. And the recycling and repurposing the vulture does is as important as any other activity in nature that supports the cycle of life. Vulture Spirit's message is nothing is to be wasted, for nature sees value in everything that exists. Exactly. You can look at a tree and think that it's dead, but there's more of an ecosystem in that tree after it's fallen and derooted than there's as much life in that tree, if not more, because of all the little critters that can be passing through or living inside, than when the tree was standing. So the tree is not dead. The life of that tree is just in a different cycle of the circle of life, right? But nothing is wasted in nature. As soon as something falls, even when it's garbage, and we can be horrified that we litter and pollute, because it's freaking shocking. But when you look at certain pollution that's integrated itself with nature and become a vital part of the ecosystem, if you go around, a creek bed and you just rip out a tire thinking, I'm doing good, I'm going to rip this tire out that's been here for 10 years, and I'm so angry at people who put it there 10 years ago. You rip it out and you go bring it to the dump and you think you did something good. And in a way you did, because at the dump it's going to recircle itself into the cycle of life. But where it was in the creek bed for 10 years became a part of the habitat. It actually, the water, right? The way the water structured itself around it is actually affected by us taking something out. So, not here saying it's good to pollute because we're actually helping the environment, but the environment does find a way to use certain things, right? It has no choice. It's sitting right there. What seems rotten and ugly has the potential to be transmuted into something beneficial. You're reminded that any suffering you have experienced has not gone to waste. Wisdom and understanding that arose from experience are talismans that will serve you on your journey wherever you go. What is decaying is only changing form. It will fertilize seeds you wish to plant, turning that which has passed away into a substance that will support new growth. All that you might wish to deny or discard has value and can be repurposed, reintegrated into the new you that you're becoming and the new life that you're dreaming into being. No pain was in vain, and no experience was wasted, for you have the power to use it to co-create something far better. Anita, no one else is chatting today. Yeah, and thank you to those who do not feel chatty, who still feel like being around. Appreciate it. I'm noticing that many places have either it's the same of us who are always talking, or no one's talking at all. I appreciate that if certain people feel like projecting, or are feeling a certain way, that they're not. One of the reasons I hadn't streamed consistently is because the energy sometimes, and what I have to deal with up here, and the ripple effect of how it makes others feel, is like I better just stay out of the way, right? Because if it doesn't feel like sanctuary and stuff's coming up all the time, then let's just back away for a while. So really appreciating the non-projections, the staying, right, neutral, back away if you don't like what I'm saying, right? Hi, Viviana. I didn't mean to not say hello. I saw your name pop up, but I talk really just go like subject to subject when I'm like, you know what I mean? Where are you in the world, Viviana, if that's okay to ask? I'm going to read the protection message. Do you wish you could run away from your past or deny your mistakes? Not so fast, says Vulture Spirit. You've gained something valuable from these experiences. Let your grief and your anger move through you, and soon your emotions will transform, for you will come to see what you have learned and grown. The alchemy of transformation is a gift from Spirit. Never disown what embarrassed you, disappointed you, or shamed you, because it is your source of your greatest wisdom and the strength you work with, the magic that allows to arise miracles, to be created out of sadness, and beauty to rise from the ugliness. Ultra Spirit wants you to know that you embody beauty, and the alchemical transformation of the past is happening. Hang in there, because you are loved, and so much beauty is waiting to come out of all of this. Exactly. That's the truth. Hey, Timo. If it wasn't for natural, I wouldn't be here. I would have self-destruct. Self-destruct indeed. One of the things in the last year, sometimes, like when I'm like, have somebody to hold space for me and really understands when I'm like, saying certain things, is like, I would have self-destruct by now or just exploded or disappeared if I didn't have my synchronicities from nature that come to me in a way that, whoa. But if this is all that there is, to live synchronicities through nature, like, what? It's not enough, right? It's not. Anita, are you going to have to run out and grab Ethan really quick? Because I would do a 3-card pull for you with the intent that, you know, whatever resonates with anybody else, but do a 3-card pull. And I'm just going to go into it. So if ever because I'm going to let the flow come through, and just, you got plenty of time, right on. I'm going to let the flow come through, and more like I'm not really trying to make sense these days, if that makes any sense at all. I'm more trying to make sure that certain words come out of me without me analyzing, and that if it can help anybody decode something, because my slip of the tongues and when I talk without thinking and just like ramble or allow stuff is where the stuff that I, you know what I mean, that is for other people, right? The stuff that's coming through. So oh yeah, so guess what, at 11:02 I spontaneously started crying like a fountain, like the sobbing. It wasn't sobbing, there was no sound. There was no wasabi. I don't like wasabi. There was no sound, but just tears. And it lasted, I think, 10-15 minutes. It was triggered by, I went into Nipissing First Nation. They are doing something for Remembrance Day on the reserve here. And it was triggered by the fact that Nipissing First Nation is my happy spot, my happy place, right? Where I would go drive. And I haven't been there in a long time. So my heart just like, boom. Certain speakers or people that pass through, especially Chief Scott McLeod. I don't know personally, but I've had interactions with, right? So just, and then the fact that the 3 languages blended together, I lost it. They were, you know what I mean, going from French, English to Anishinaabe, and it was like just every language of me is touched, right? All 3, the Trinity, 1, 2, 3, boom, boom, boom. So once the words started flowing, I can send it to you later, Trace. I didn't want to share it publicly because I don't want to, right, any weird attention towards something so sacred, because there's just sometimes weird ass energy, you know what I mean? But yeah, it was amazing feeling because it wasn't personal. I was not crying for myself. It was a collective purge. And that's why as well the condor energy came up, because when the tears started, I just sat there and said, I'm here to transmute all this. The time was 11:11 exactly as well. Just everything, the flow, the drums, and I was listening to bagpipes this morning. I have them inside. They're playing very loud inside of me right now, but I needed the audio of it. I think I shared one of the bagpipe things I was listening to this morning. Amazing Grace. But I need to go in and with more. I needed the drumming too. Okay. So I did a 3 completely like just random. Hi Kiki. Aw, thanks for passing through, honey. You're listening while you tag Dazillion t-shirts? Roar. Aunt is a sink. Mary, I found my Aunt Mary's ashtray I'm using. What color is it? Is it one of those old-fashioned like ceramic-y type of ashtrays? Or like an old business type of place? Just wondering. Yeah, Trace asks, Kiki, what design on t-shirts? She works in a skate shop, so it's pretty funky no matter what. Trace, I thought you said Godzilla? Holy shit. No, I didn't, but this is the card I just pulled. I didn't show it, did I, guys? I don't think I showed it. I thought you said Godzilla. No, but Gorilla just came up. And I haven't held it up yet. If I did, I don't remember, guys. Yeah, I didn't, eh? No, I didn't. Well, whoa, because you Godzilla. Do you know the song Godzilla by Kesha? If you don't, I wish I could play it and not get like. Go listen to Godzilla by Kesha. I love that song so much. She makes me happy. I wouldn't share my fries with him though. You'll know what I mean when you listen to the song. Okay, Anita and anyone else listening that it resonates with. Kava Kava, card number 48, Community. Trace B, it's pink and purple swirl glass, the ashtray. I gotta remember to just tell Kelly, we're decoding like just, and that there's aunt keeps coming up. And that you've come in today saying you found an old ashtray, pink purple swirls. Whoa. Hi, Dawn Morning. Thank you, sweetie. How's everything going? How's you feeling today with all these energies? Kiki says, gee, you'd love these shop t-shirts. They were made to have an old truck with our shop dog, Josie, sitting in the back. Rawr. You know I would. I like the cut of a lot of skate or ski type of clothes too. The way that like, the cut, the fit, the materials, the lightness of the materials for certain things, right? Okay, Kava Kava, community, KK, double Ks, stands out for me. Celebration, kinship with tribe, community, friendship, union, finding your chosen family. Kava in Tongan means bitter, and in Hawaiian it's called awa. Legend has it that kava was brought over to the islands by the gods Kane and Kanola from their ancestral Polynesia. Kava was known as the drink of the gods and honored across the Pacific Islands. Kava is believed to have first originated in northern Vanuatu, vintage. Olivia Newton-John, babies. Hopelessly devoted to you. To have originated in northern Vanuatu thousands of years ago. And Vanuatu stands out because of the whole like seismic activity right now. Considering the plant lacks seeds or means to self-propagate, it's believed that it was tended to by the gods until the first indigenous people arrived. Kava tea was regarded as a blessing and poured into shrines, then later drunk by the kahuna or by spiritual leaders of the ceremonies. It was considered holy and is only given to those of high rank, but eventually it became more widely accessible. Oh, I got so many sarcastic jokes I want to make about it being more widely accessible, but I'm gonna leave it at that because I could like be rambling about like consumerism and stuff. Anyways, to this day, it's drunken ceremony to bring the community together. Sometimes it's called the intoxicating pepper. The effects of kava are a curious combination of deep relaxation alongside stimulation to the central nervous system. Kava is relaxing to the muscles. It dampens pain while increasing the flow of thoughts. Kava can greatly increase mental clarity, ease depression, confusion, and sorrow, and sharpen intuition. Kava directly affects the limbic system, the control center of our emotions, just as the moon does. Plutonium herbs like kava cause deep transformation in our emotional mind. The energy of Pluto is that of regeneration, generation, allowing us to decompress from the accumulated emotions through the volcanic power of catharsis. I thought I felt Eddie, Road Trip Eddie. Are you here, Eddie? Yeah, Annie D, blue trucks. I know, I got blue trucks all in my head now. And right in front of me. Woohoo, get in, babies. Whoop, whoop. I want to be sidekick, though. I don't want to drive. I guess I'm driving if I'm the one up here, but still. Thanks for coming in, Annie. Happy 11/11/22 portal. I know, I love it. You're the first one, too, that imprinted me with the 111122. Your first message I saw today was you, right? So that was like awesome. I know I'm not done reading this, but it was for something. I think I took a screenshot. I did. I just don't want to look at it now. I'm going to not go too much off track, but I saw the 11/11/22. So then I went to look at what time it was. I took a screenshot. I saw the toilet. And then I went off into like this la la land of like numbers and some budding theories of like ley lines and numbers and time zones. And it was just like, I think I was awake for like 2 hours, just like flying through like number stuff and like inside, right? Nothing written down. And it's just like, but it was cool. I don't know how to explain it better than that. Okay, the guidance of kava. Kava's energy moves through our nervous system like a butterfly, rawr, relaxing, widening, and assisting us in surrendering. Although you might be amid an important moment in your life, remember, you don't have to do it alone. When you widen your circles intentionally, you receive support from the universe and others join you on your path. To fully draw upon butterfly's medicine, it gently invites us to observe our position in the community in this moment. Are you a protector, a creator, a connector? I call myself a gatherer, but I guess connector is a word too. A visionary? How does that correlate to this moment in your life alongside your personal evolution of the egg, caterpillar, cocoon, and butterfly? Oftentimes, finding your purpose within your community and people is a parallel with your inner journey, and it can provide great relief and good meaning. Kava, kava. Kava, kava, kava. I think we should just say it 3 times to make sure, Annie. Kava, kava, kava. I feel like a portal is going to open if I repeat it too many times. Kava, kava. Okay, so this is the first one. The blue butterfly. The fact it's a blue butterfly stands out. 48, 4 and 8 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3, Trinity. The double K's. The double V's in there, right? Kava, kava. The syllables of that. The ka, right? Ka. Va. Va is to go in French. So whenever I see, right? Va, vas-y, go. Earlier I wrote somewhere, it's go time. Can anybody hear but me that it's go time? It's go time. I was in a live stream, and guess what? Nobody answered. So I was like, okay, it says there's like 10, 12, I think, people here. If nobody can answer me that they're hearing it's go time, I'm in the wrong place. I'm gonna go start my whole fucking stream. Because if I don't have one person saying, me too, it's like I'm not in the right place. You know what I'm saying? Holy shit balls. Yeah, Anita, it's go time now. Yeah. So the second card that I grabbed for this 3 card pull that I just considered a lump the three, the messages of the three is se concentrer sur l'amour, focus on love. The heart with wings, or I don't do tarot, Anita, but I do believe you do. The tarot card, even Corey had it yesterday in his stream. Lily ordered herself vintage cards that are meant to like use as a collage. It's part of her collage, but the heart with the swords in it, I don't know what that is in tarot because I don't do tarot, but it's the imagery of that is coming up a lot. Kelly and I kind of decoding and talking about the heart and the reality of the heart versus the imprinting of so many different things, either visually or internally, what we've learned and been programmed that we supposedly know about the heart. Holding the hand in the heart, offering, right? Offering the love. Se concentrer sur l'amour. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Really focus on love. Concentrate. Focus on it. See the love in anything, right? No matter what, especially if, you know what I mean? Like stuff is happening fast right now. So to be able to see the love when you're in an accelerated, rampant, like shit, weird ass shit is happening that, you know what I mean? Like I can't make this up. So finding the greater good in it as fast as possible to help anchor self before anger can even come in. One of the things I noticed in the last week, but is that the first thing that happens right now, and it's sustained, consistent every day, when my mind wants to bring me into something that, why? My heart talks really fast to shut that mind up. I really am seeing where my choice point of my mind taking over instead of my heart is like, it's visually like in the air. I can taste it, right? So it's like almost a joke. Like if I'm choosing to disobey my higher self at this point, it's like a joke because my higher self is like leading me towards simplicity, ease, less and less projections or weird ass shit that I can't see the greater good for it, no matter how I would have taken it personally, even up to last week, maybe, right? Like the detachment is so huge and in a good way, right? The ultimate middle road of having the empathy and compassion, not shoving that somewhere. And, you know, like Corey was saying last night in his live stream, or yesterday afternoon, sorry, it was 5 p.m. for me. So, yeah, I lit a fire as soon as he was done because of my bylaws, 6 o'clock. But like Corey was saying, like, it's one thing to practice gratitude, but it's a whole other level to truly have it. Like, yes, you have to act as if you to bring in the gratitude, but if you're faking it and you're really not really grateful, you can only lie to yourself so long. So the true feeling of feeling really grateful, even if it should suck balls. I don't know if that makes sense, but Anita, yes, I get that. I totally have got that card with swords so many times. And it's not me, it's my counterpart. Boom. You've totally detached this week as well. You get it. Trace, if you're still here, since your dream of being unplugged in the truck, do you feel more detached emotionally this week? Just wondering. Hey, Ism. How's everything going, dude? Gorilla is the third card. So just gonna, the Kava Kava community, se concentrer sur l'amour, focus on love, concentrate on love, and then the gorilla. Gorilla's card number 1. Really, you're having that, that's where you're at? No, I feel very emotionally attached. Rawr. Okay. One thing I noticed though before, like it's been a while, the yin and yang of us, how certain of us will feel a certain way and not at the same time. And then some things are at the same time, but other things is completely the opposite. Exactly, Nita. None of us knows what the future holds. Indeed. And collectively right now, anyone actually trying to dip into anything, even when it's personal, with no one else implicated, it's not serving. To see what we would want, to manifest it, but not look ahead in a viewing type of way. I don't know if that makes sense the way that I'm saying it, but timelines are so in flux, and the more people are looking into timelines of the future, they're just changing because it's about the actions that people take in their everyday life. So the distraction of looking towards the future in a way to predict it from, I don't know, self-service sometimes I would say, instead of being an embodiment of how do we make stuff happen to get to that future. Right? Anyways, gorilla, peace, to see, because that's where the spiritual hijack is. You know what I mean? Of where the focused actual energies are, right? Anyways, gorilla, peace. To seek or negotiate for peace is a position of strength, not weakness. Choose peace rather than war. Strong leaders lead by example. The greatest kind of strength involves restraint. Don't judge a book by its cover. Exactly. Yes, Anita, looking into the future causes anxiety. And what I've found is that most people who are like predicting stuff that's actually going to happen, they don't have accountability or take any responsibility for the fact that nothing actually happens, what they're predicting. So it's like looping false timelines all the time. And one of the things that it's like, okay, how many more years are we going to see these like stuff about like, you know, card readers or tarot or twin flame shit where you got, you know, a reading that's saying, you know, I'm thinking about you, I'm dreaming about you, I'm looking at you always, I love you from my bottom of my heart, please stay patient with me, and like imprinting people in a way to like fucking just watch other people, and you know that it's like not getting fucking creepy. Like the twin flame hijack part of the program has got to be like bust that. Yes, Annie, community is growing as more people see. Yes. No, Dawn, exactly. Using a walker is something I do not, something that is not going to last forever. Exactly. But isn't that walker right now the most miraculous thing that you can, right? It gives me shivers just because it's like, oh, put little stickers on it. I'm like, raw, just giving it energy to like support and make it easy. And oh, yeah. Yeah, Anita, where you say looking into the future causes anxiety and same with the past. Yeah. Anita, use the now to create the future. Trace, I'm allowing it to happen. I tried so hard because I'm hard-headed and bullheaded. Rar, that's okay, sweetie. Annie, Annie, yeah, I live in the past a lot. Location-wise, there's energies here. Yeah. And that goes on so many levels, Annie, for sure. Jeez, yeah. Oh, you're welcome, Anita. Thank you, G. Amazing pull. Much appreciated. You're welcome, sweetie. I hope there's something in there that really stands out. I got shivers. I got chills. They're multiplying. Nita, you can't predict the future as timelines change constantly, depending on the choices and actions. Exactly. So it's like I had seen this, and this is why, like, I had seen this. It's been at least 2 years, and we've been in overtime. My date is June 2020. Um, and most people that I've actually heard say the way that I speak in the way that they speak is, we're in a collective overtime. It's been years now, right? So it's like moving right along, little doggies. Some scripts are like so outplayed and so old right now that but yeah, I find that the yeah, going to look ahead is changing everything. And Push, the movie Push, I forget who's in it as actors, but that movie describes us, humanity, where we're at on some level through a movie perspective right now in a way that's surreal. Like all the gifts that people have that are suppressed or people are like in incarcerated for basically in that movie is what we have as our natural flow. But the character of the little girl in that movie, Push, like she says, every time I draw a part of what I see for the future, it changes because once I look in there, I've imprinted and the other seers can grab it from I've put it out there so other seers come and grab it. And that's the way this world paradigm is. We are one, our thoughts are things, all our thoughts go out there and they are grabbed by, you know what I mean? They are. And I say grabbed. Thoughts are there everywhere. You're either aware of your energy and what you're hearing, seeing, feeling, tasting everywhere all the time or not. But Trace B mentioned the twin flame thingy today, and I say no, no, no. Yeah. There is divine union. There is such a thing as a twin flame. There's the inner one and there is the exterior one. It's a term, it's a label. It is real, but it's been hijacked so much, right? That it's imprinted people to, sit there and watch stuff or to allow themselves to be treated certain ways because of the runner, chaser, all that, right? All that stuff. Love doesn't hurt. Love is easy. You flow into it. You're ready or you're not. You know what I mean? Like all the other stuff. Nita, I'm going to go do a few things before I have to pick my son back up. Gotta go. Thanks for your time and energy, G. Love you so much. You're welcome, sweetie. Thanks for yours as well. Roar. Okay. Yep. And my little ramble or rant about the twin flame thing is that in the last years, those who claimed or believed throughout this path and, their life, that they'd found, their twin flame or their divine other. But truly, the only way that that's ever even real is if you're manifesting things for the greater good. Because the relationship, in essence, is about more than just two people. The purpose based, the how, you thrive together to make other things happen, right? Hey, Creatrix. How's it going, sweetie? Yeah, Trace. So a lot of people manifested their dreams come true, and this is my twin flame and my heart's desire, and flew across countries. But then when they were flown across the countries and in union together in reality, practically fucking destroyed each other, right? Ego here, ego there, no vulnerability, no actual exchange, right? Like, seriously, there are some people who, like, they say, like, she almost killed me, he almost killed me, and it's like not even like right? It's the emotional and physical sometimes, right? Somebody who everything was fine, they was doing great, and then all of a sudden they's fucking homeless fucking for 6 months, getting out of, you know what I mean? Or not even out of that homelessness yet, right? And he's not even joking. Like, that's the ripple effect of how's your day going, Creatrix? Time Machine. Card number 3. Yeah. So it's like, whoa, because the whole ripping each other apart and barely surviving, and you know what I mean? Like, just getting out barely alive. And, what did you do during that time? Well, we almost destroyed each other, but we never wrote a song. We never really did this or that. And it's like, yeah, you were living an experience, a lesson, all that stuff. That ain't divine union. If you're not supposed to burn each other down, if you're twin flames, you're supposed to light the world on fire, not yourselves, motherfuckers. Right? Oh my god. I'm sorry, I can't help it. I can't help it. I got so many. I could write a fucking novel. I could write a novel series fucking more freaky than 50 Shades of Grey with the twin flame bullshit I've lived in almost 4 years through this platform, right? I can still see my naive little self in February of 2019 when I, decide I'm going to chat with somebody because I've found Soul Family, and, it's so amazing, and it's like, whoa, and sings, and just whoa, and it was whoa, it was amazing. And so it's like the next day, you want to talk? Yeah, let's talk. And then all of a sudden it was like terrifying. All of a sudden, like, it was ew, like to the point where somebody's looking at you and saying stuff and you're like, ugh. It was terrifying. Like, it's fucking wonder I ever like gave anybody else like an open heart of trust again. Like, freaky. But the terrifying part wasn't me and my naive fucking ears hearing that. It's the fact that Lily was like 7 years old and my other daughter was like 18. They're in the bedroom, knowing Mama don't chat very often, hearing everything that motherfucker's saying as my eyes are going like this, and it's just like, right? So, yeah, took a long time to chat again, and I can honestly say I had even worse experiences after. No, but seriously, in the name of twin flames, like how people speak and what they've said, and even me myself, what I have when I believe certain perspective or when I was smitten with someone. I ain't gonna lie, I've been like smitten by that spiritual hijack, like up the wazoo, literally. You know what I mean? So he's not speaking from a holier than thou. I was never in that fucking like podunk fucking crap. I'm still in it sometimes, right? No joke. Oh my god, time machine. I wish I had one. Ah, we are the time machines, Dawn. Trace never built castles in the sky. So it looks the day is good. Started out with a flood of memories, and I have no idea what is real. I'm going to install another light and build a muscle rack. Fun stuff. What the heck is a muscle rack? Like, is that for your muscles? Trace, yes, thank you. You're my best. You're my what do you call those ladies? You're my bridesmaid, baby. Trace B says, "Oh, little G, I've even seen some propose to you." Yes, yes, I am. Not so honored to say that I don't know. Was I supposed? I don't even know. Yeah, yeah, I've had to. Yeah, thank you, Trace. I don't have a bouquet to throw, but hey, yeah. Yeah. Oh my god, I love you. Inherited patterns, conditioning, lessons already learned, cellular memory, honoring the past without being trapped there. We rely on stories we inherit from our ancestors, our families, our culture, and our world around us to construct a map of our reality. As we develop new stories in life, we build on those old foundations and we repair them when we can, or we tear them down to begin again. The best and most powerful traits and experiences of your ancestors are yours to integrate in your life, so you don't have to revisit their hardships or rectify their mistakes. You have a magical map with which to navigate your current circumstances. Look to the past for the answers. Ask yourself, in this situation, what can I learn from those who came before me? What traits can I emulate in order to move through the challenges with wisdom? How can I build on what I already know and integrate this understanding? What might I do differently? Sometimes you walk blindly into traps that you set in the past. Perhaps you couldn't see that you were repeating the old pattern until you were well in it. Oh, yeah. Like, so fuck balls in it. Yeah. The best course of action here is to rest. Practice self-compassion. Make a conscious choice to do something different next time. Clarity will come. Remember that if you do what you always did, you'll get what you always got. History repeats itself just because you're allowing it. The most important thing that you can become is aware. You can make a different choice regarding how you respond to life right now. Yes, things can be awkward and uncomfortable as old hurts are revealed and new solutions are attempted. The time is right for change, so keep going. Every step is important. Allies will rally, but in the end, you're the one you've been searching for. One day you'll remember how your new beautiful story was just around the corner. Swear. It's a party. Allie, how's it going? Happy Freest Day. Group hug back to you. Woo. I don't even do group hugs usually. It's 11:11. Might as well. I know, eh? Okay, Trix, I went to the store this morning and bought tomatoes. One of them rolled out of the box and crashed on the floor. And the grocery lady came by and grabbed it to throw it away. And I said, that was my tomato donation. I love you, sweetie. It's a shelf? Okay. Annie D. Was that the Hendrix song? Castles made of sand fall back into the sea eventually. Yeah. I know. I love the numbers of today, Allie Berry. Oh my gosh. 11 11. Do 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 do. 11 11. Do do do. I swear. Roar, Allie, the Avett brothers have this line in a song. I'm a breathing time machine and I'll take y'all for a ride. Whoa, nice. Trace, I just listened to Avett. Laughing River. Right on. Me only like discovered or was gifted the discovery of them a few years ago. They got some pretty awesome lyrics and stuff for sure. One of my favorite lines from a random song is your love is an eclipse from my heart to abyss. Feel It Now by Portugal the Man. And I can see myself, and like I'm not even crazy about the song, but that line, right? Your love is an eclipse from my heart. Your love is an abyss from my heart to eclipse. I was just like, boom. I don't even care about the rest of the song. I love it. I love it. I just love it. Elio, that's awesome. I love Portugal the Man. Yeah, same. After that line, it was like, yeah, I went to look for more, eh? But no way, Allie. I've been very fortunate to see them live many times. I even met them passing at a concert. Cool. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, they look like they'd be like just home of a concert, eh? And I don't know, I think that makes sense, but when you actually just, it feels like home to go to a certain show. It's not something that's happened super many times in my life, but I would say Metallica was like that. I see Metallica 3 times. Once when they were at their, you know what I mean? They were, yeah, they hadn't even made a video yet, but we're about to. And then a year and a half later, and then in 2009. So I saw them like drunk and wasted, and then I saw them like sober of Love and Light. And when I say Love and Light, because they were even talking about that and talking about energy and talk, like, you know what I mean? Like, it was a magnanimous life force of an energy, completely sober from their perspective. And because they were so fucking sober, but living it, it didn't matter what state of mind that anybody was in all around us in like one of the hugest fucking like, you know, stadiums in like Toronto or whatever. It was one of the safest, calmest, coolest fucking experiences I'd ever had. Because their energy was so raw, masculine, but pulling on energy and frequency and vibration instead of any type of destruction, even keeping all their songs and everything the same as ever. But what it made was a cocoon of safety in a way that, you know, when you're at a concert and there's so many people, you're running into people and you can get looks or fights start because everybody's different, whatever. But this was like the opposite. This was like, you know what I mean? Like looking at somebody and sparking up a conversation as if you were like, just like, boom. Like it was amazing. And I've always manifested good concert energies, or I never went, or I just whatever, right? But it's cool. Hey, Cinco Madre. How's it going? You incognito today? Completely black, eh? How's it going? Elvis, yeah. Oh, my eyeball. Excuse me. I got shivers in my eyeballs. Go figure. Annie, the synchronicities last day or two have been too numerous to explain, but mostly I'll be listening to stream and their words match my reality. Yup. Yup. That's the way it is for me. And when there's not enough matching stuff or nothing's like shivery or it's not actually making me laugh or I'm not actually learning anything, it's like, why am I here? If things aren't matching my reality in a way that makes me even think once, I can't make this stuff up, right? So it's awesome because it's one of my it's my go-to because if nothing is syncing up, what am I doing there, right? And I'm not saying syncing up, like I quest and I search and I lay back and surrender to being gifted the amplification of synchronicities, right? Like I'm all about the syncs, amplifying and bringing in different ones, learning, knowing what something really means for me so I get more, right? So, Allie Berry, Trace. It was the biggest natural high I could ever experience. I can only imagine what it'd be like to meet Elvis. Mass hysteria is a real thing. I've been close or met or dealt with people, in certain level of Canadian music industry. I've been close up, so offered to go on stage at certain concerts and made sure that they grabbed somebody else. But the one time I allowed myself and I wanted to be on stage was in 2009 with the Trailer Park Boys. And when I was up there, first of all, I was detached because I never really watched the show so much. I only knew of them because other people watched them. I was only at the concert because other people loved them and knew them off by heart. I was a tag along, kind of a poser, I guess you'd say. A poser. Like, I mean, I enjoyed them when I saw them with other people, but I never binge watched them on my own. Anyways, but so I had a certain detachment on stage, but the adrenaline of being on stage and then the manifesting a show part, like becoming a part of the show with them kind of thing, it was a part of the reason that when in 2019 I was guided to start doing this, I had forewarning of just my detachment of being looked at even though I don't want it. There's a part of me that is part of my purpose to be seen and looked at, and how many things had to happen to open my perception to let it happen. Yeah, Annie. Like when it's super random words like ladder or jump. Yep. You too, you're finding the amplification too, Allie? Right on. Annie, I was wondering if you could just share. My sister called me from a witch shop in Boston, Massachusetts, out of the blue. That was odd. Yeah, no kidding, eh? Where are you? I'm at a witch shop in Boston. You need anything, baby? Right? Just the fact that there's a shop for witches in Boston, Massachusetts, right? Of course. I love it. Dawn, singing raises natural dopamine levels. Yes. And singing without ego, so allowing for cadence and tone and syllables to come up, and so that there's a movement of the throat chakra, right? And that's easier said than done because when it's blocked, that motherfucker's blocked, right? Allie, I'm really liking doing the sober thing these days. My place is coming together slow and sure. Deep cleaning, it feels so good. One moment at a time. It's always there for me when I'm ready. Yeah, the drinking with intent. Exactly. Yeah. Blues, who you sent the song to. All right on, Trace. Allie says, oh, that inspired me, Annie. I might go to the new gem shop near here. It's amazing. They have so much I'd like to have in my house. Oh, Roar, you're so lucky to have that close. We have sporadic places with a little bits of stuff, but nothing. And if there is something, I'm not aware of it, right? So many things with COVID closed, opened, or in the process of evolution, right? Annie, sober can be great. I prefer it, but zero judgment. And I'm not a teetotaler. I don't know if I said that right. But I was in AA many years straight. Annie, yes, there's a brick and mortar gem place here too. Art from God. Oh, whoa. That gives me shivers because I remember when you shared that, like I think it was last year or at the beginning of this year in the live stream. You shared it. I remember. Art from God in Golden Valley. Dawn, I'm on pain pills and muscle relaxers for a week now. I don't like not having my mind. I'll be more glad when I'm healed more. Yeah. He's proud of you for allowing it, Dawn. Allie, my whole identity was surrounded by my drug habits. People would like me if I kept doing that. I didn't even know it. One day at a time. I still have positive thoughts towards weeds, not so much with the booze. Yeah, it's really shocking, eh? For myself, when I had my restaurant, I got separated not long after, and my restaurant had a bar, and I wasn't known to drink so much. And then when I did, how like people wanted me to be as intoxicated as them or more. They didn't like I wouldn't lose people because I chose to be the bartender who didn't do certain things. So how like people would rather have like somebody who has like a place and is wasted so that they feel less wasted and it's like less judged or looked upon a certain way or something than to realize that we can't all be in the same state of mind. Somebody's got to hold the fort and it's me. I'm the owner, right? um but how many people like that it matters to them if you do or if you don't, or they don't. It's like their judgment of themselves, like they feel bad about themselves, or they are realizing how much they do, but they don't want to see it yet. But and as like somebody who doesn't or didn't or doesn't consume a lot, like in public, remember I had told you the one time, like to have that feeling and make it fun that I didn't drink with others would be like to take water shots or something, right? When people would do shots and like I'd have a water shot and say that if I choose, I'm more happy than you are tonight because in a half an hour you're the one with the creepy tummy or that's bitching about something alcohol related, whereas I'm not, right? Like right? So ultimately, my good time keeps on rolling. It doesn't come and boom, back end me, right? And it's the same way that artists who try to not be the person that they were, you lose your circle because your circle, the frequency is not the same either. The clarity, yeah, Allie, thank you. The clarity is lovely. Yeah, because the remembering of what's said and done at all times is like very clear. Plus, your gifts are coming online more amplified all the time, especially since this eclipse and the full moon, Allie. So your clairvoyance is like through the roof, right? And I say you, but anybody else that's aware of it, right? And the clairvoyance is through the roof. The telepathy, the hearing thoughts without even trying is like, right? So everything's in plain sight even more. Oh, no way, Trace. There's a gem store here. M-U-M. Mama. Meridian Underground Music. It's much more, and I love that place. Oh, that's cool, dude. Annie, the Trailer Park Boys. Rings a bell, but not familiar. Groupie is a better name. I was in a band, tag along, the musician's girlfriend. Roar. Yeah, I'd never been that. Yeah, Dawn. Had to reschedule my lawyer's meeting until I have my mind back. Yeah, you have to focus on your healing, Dawn. Really, like this is the time for it, right? Rescheduling everything, even if you got to do it again. Lawyer, meeting, making choices, you don't get to push. People don't get to push you. This is it, that opportunity of, you don't even need to make the excuse. And if people are making you make an excuse, holy fuck them and their lack of empathy and compassion, right? Your body needs the time to heal. Aw, Trace, really? There's a record player there that I dream of? Neato. That's awesome, Allie. We're so blessed to have many cool gem stone occult stores near us. Dawn, awesome, Allie. No stories around me but the fossils and geodes, plenty in the yard and the creek. Cinco de Madre, heavy, cumbersome energy lately for me. Fate is whimsical. Whimsical. Allie says that's badass, Dawn. Right from the ground. You can't get more personal or pure. That's where they grow. Yeah. Yeah. Where I am is the land of like the nickel belt, right? So Sudbury is like the epicenter of the nickel belt, right? But I'm on it too. The other stuff, right? The land. Trace says, oh, Dawn, I found an old rusted mason jar. Still has liquid and chunks of something. Maybe preserves. I don't know, but I will open it one day, maybe. Ew, ew, ew. Don't open it, Trace, ever. Why would you do that to yourself? But you could always have somebody else open it. Never do that indoors. Ever, ever, ever. I say this because I've opened random jars that I found on hikes and kayaking, thinking like, this is so cool. And then I'm going to open it, right? Imagine, Allie, you're kayaking in the wilderness and, you pull over the kayak for a pee and then you stumble upon like an old dump site and you're like, whoa, score. And you look around and you find these containers with stuff and then you're like over eager and it opens and then you actually have no soap or nothing and then the stuff's all over you and you got to get back in the kayak and it's like gross. It's like gross. It's like, what did I do? Yeah, that kind of thing. That never really happens to me. It does all the time. That's why. Dawn, Trace, don't eat it. Don't eat it. Yeah, it is exciting. I love the treasure hunts like that. Annie, I found a roach on the stairs when I was 8 years old, clean and sober, and I smoked it. It was in a miserable time of life just prior to Bruno. Oh, I thought you said when you were 8 years old. It's like, how did you know it was a joint? And what does Bruno have to do with it? Okay, yeah, that makes more sense. Annie, I found a joint on the stairs when I was 8 years clean and sober, and I smoked it. Okay, that makes more sense. I need a break. I've been on for 95 minutes. I'm starting to read things crooked. Allie, yes, I have adapted that, Jen. I love that story you shared with me. I take shots of water now at shows. Right on, sweetie. Yeah. how are you finding it for your voice as well, right? Like you must notice in your voice, like your muscles and all that. Like I don't know the words, right? But you must notice the difference. Annie, I think that AA became my drug, but now I see it. It's cool. Yeah. Allie, Trace says, I'm proud of you all. And Allie says, thank you, Trace. Me too. I'm so thankful we get to know each other and share. We're all growing so much. Yeah. Yeah. It's so like, whoa. And the evolution and just the flipping of the calendar and the pages of it, right? The momentum. Matthew's word, or one of Matthew's words, right? Matrix Man, the momentum of it. Allie. Script flip right. Yup. Allie, I'm still smoking cigarettes and I look forward to being smoke free. Still reading that book about quitting? Yup, you will when you're ready, baby girl. Annie, I doubt I'll keep it up with it, the smoking, but once in a while, outside only. Yeah. Allie, I find that I have the high hopes the book is gonna help brainwash me like thousands of others have. The script flipped. Yeah, I would use the word imprint, brainwash, imprint. Like the book is imprinting you, the repetition, the seeing the words, especially when you're choosing to read things out loud. I remember how you had said that you observed that you learned differently by reading it to yourself and then by reading it out loud, right? How it's different for you. You catch different things. And how, Allie, one of the things that you've learned the most, and we know, but you don't know until you know, is until you say certain words out loud, you don't realize you could have used a whole word your whole life in a poem, in songs, because the way you sing it, the cadence and stuff. But reading a word is a whole other level than saying it, and the pronunciation, and then the like the decrypting that goes like farther. So yeah, when I don't know a word, when I'm reading to myself, but then saying it out loud because I don't know it to myself, but you know what I mean. Yeah. Annie, I had quit after smoking for 18 years back in 2014. You're weaning off the cigarettes, Dawn? Right on. Allie, I'm noticing a small difference. I was a regular weed smoker for so many years. Cigarettes don't help, and my vocal cords are getting stronger. Hacking nasty stuff out since I haven't smoked weed. Nastier than usual. Ooh. Really? There's a word for that, but I forget. Annie, my method worked well. I drew a picture, diagrammed about how I would feel without a cigarette in my hand. And then added the gum and carrots. Hey, waters above. Time is an illusion. Yes. Yeah. Time is an illusion. I just saw, how is everything going, waters above, by the way? Time is an illusion, and I just saw something like on Instagram, like, well, now I've been on for a while, so before I came on, it was a picture of a dog with a dog bowl in his mouth, and the caption was basically like, okay, so there's a time difference. My appetite is still here right now. I'm not changing the time, right? Meaning that if a dog is used to being fed in the morning, well, he still wants to be fed at that same time, right? I thought that was cute and funny. It's not like I've never seen it or realized that before, but it's just yeah. Time waits for no man. Dogs neither. Annie. One of the good things, yeah, picking a memorable So I gotta take a break. Memorable day to quit. You chose St. Patrick's Day. Yeah, me loves the word imprint. And I realized to what point, like positive imprint and negative imprint. I even started integrating in the way that I speak or write to people and looking at them or telling them, you are imprinting me in a way that you need to stop. Or, oh wow, I've like told people like, oh my God, this is amazing. Keep imprinting me with this. Keep imprinting me like this, right? Like, rawr, like this is awesome. Whereas I know how to say now that if I'm looking at words of a text or an email or hearing somebody talk a certain way, that I don't want to be imprinted with this anymore, or this imprint is going to change our whole timeline, right? You imprint me a certain way, and like it's not even about putting a boundary. It's like, ew, right? Like that's not a part of my alignment. And if you imprint more than 3 times, I don't even have the choice anymore. Like my heart, soul contract, done. The imprint went and shut down the contract. Right? I don't know if that makes sense, but that's how I roll. Right? I can see as well how somebody pushing the envelope of certain things is the imprint for me to stop a timeline, or whatever it is, or to continue it, right? It depends. Trey says, I love to smoke. It's so unattractive though, just is. Smoking is what it is. I don't find it attractive or not. You know what I mean? Allie, I've always really enjoyed it too, Trace, though I think it's tied into all my major players. And since most of them are gone now, my perspective is changing. I think it's possible now. Yeah. Dawn, I won't stop smoking cannabis. It's helped me more than meds. Yes. Cinco madre, not duh. Much worse behaviors, indeed. There's much worse behaviors than consuming a taboo substance. The system chews us to bits and pieces. Spend many years putting people back together. Yup, exactly. Thanks. I completely resonate with that. Exactly, Allie says, one day at a time. We got this. We can love ourselves no matter what. Exactly. And sometimes it's to ask ourselves, like, what's the imprint for wanting to stop? Like, is it just because, you know what I mean? Like, why do I have to feel bad? Or do I even feel bad? Or is it why there shouldn't be the guilt and shame, right? You like something or you don't. You want to do it or you don't. You either know how to do it in moderation or you don't. And anyone who is not able to moderate some things, that drips everywhere. So that's the thing to deal with. It's not the actual even substances, it's the self-control, right? It's the not allowing, it's the being able to say no. Just because just because you drink and just a certain amount, it has nothing to do with anybody else. Is that bad? Right? No. All of it. But see, I don't have a circle. My habits aren't because of others, right? Like, or because I'm in a crowd and wanting the cigarette because I smell it, for example. I smoke because I want it, right? It's me. I'm aware I want it. The day I won't, I won't. Water's above. It helps to hate it. When you make a list of the bad things and you put the copies as a reminder. Yeah, I think you do have to be there, waters above, where you have to really dislike or hate it, because it's the same way. Like, people want to diet, but they love food. So your issue isn't to find a diet, it's to learn how to cook properly. It's so fucking simple, right? You like food. You learn how to cook in accordance to what's best for your body, right? You can eat pizza like all the time and make it like so many different ways, and then it's not taboo. It's not fast food, and it's not bad for you, right? It's a bread bed for vegetables. You don't even need a bread bed anymore. Fuck, people make it out of cauliflower, right? The labeling of a food that's like supposedly bad for you, you can eat hamburgers all the fucking time too. People are making hamburgers with lettuce leaves, right? Oh, look at my fancy vegan burger in a like leafy bun, right? It's your imagination, it's your knowledge base of food. So it's not dieting and depriving yourself, it's learning exactly what's best for you. Not listening to what other people did, because like that woman who ate soup for like 2 months to lose all her weight, like, are you really gonna survive eating just fucking soup for 2 months? I like food. I'd go batshit. Looking at the same thing over and over inside of me, I can't even eat what's that shit called, excuse my language, oatmeal. Why? Because when I was recovering from 3 C-sections, it's the only thing I could make really fast that fed me and made me like okay and safe in my body. So now I look at that stuff and it's like, ew. So if I had to eat that for like 2 months, because that's the like, diet of choice this month, ew, right? Ew. Some people thrive off not eating meat. Some people thrive off eating it. It's most people fluctuate with what they need is where you're the most healthy. Yeah, Dawn, it's a huge timeline shift going on. I've never seen such a thing in my lifetime. And I'm a half a century, right? I really am. Half a century, and I've never seen this before. And I know that like a lot of us will always say that, but this is a whole other level. Trace, I've got it written in red lipstick on my mirror. 2 mirrors? Right on. Yep, I get it. Ellie, amen, Dawn. Plus, I'm in a personal 5-year, huge tower moments I never thought would happen in a year. I'm seeing positive changes in my life, even when I struggle with the negative thoughts of the past. That's beautiful. Annie, I kind of like the smell of stale smoke on others, but not myself. I can smell it on clothes. Yeah. Dawn, recovering from the 6th surgery in 12 years since the work accident changed my world. Loves you, sweetie. Yep. Allie says, yeah, Dawn, who could have foresaw something like that? Exactly. Annie, I think the wheat bread, I think the wheat bread that I ate made my body get aches. It's weird, but possible. I hadn't eaten wheat for so many months, not sure. Or the cold rainy weather. Or both amplified, and then the amplified energies as well, right? Anita was saying that the Schumann was even blacked out again yesterday. Exactly, waters above. It's a choice. People ultimately do what they want. Decide what you want more, the goal or instant gratification. Then it's easier. Yeah. Yeah. I wish, if we live from the perspective of a world that's not putting the instant gratification in your face at all times, it would be so much easier too, right? Because the instant gratification is part of the program and it's part of like just the whole, like everything. So, gotta be easy on yourself on some level of like, it's a lot, right? It's a lot. Dawn says, Annie, bread can be hard on the stomach after not having it for a while. Allie, you've had a similar version of oats for a long time too? Yeah. The other day I had like a part of an oatmeal cookie and I was like, it's okay, but I had my own recipes of oatmeal stuff I would cook though. Like that was different. But it was the cookie was so plain that it tasted almost like oatmeal and it was like weird. But I need to take a break. I'll be right back. Grab some cards. And yeah, that's it. You good, Lily? What? No? Let the sun shine in. Whew. Annie, or maybe my mental unbalance took all the pain away and off to the side because it lines up. The stomach was fine. Well, maybe not great actually, but the foot, knee, hip, back, then elbow pain. One thing though is that, there is the whole like just flow of like the ascension stuff passing through, right? Like even through animals. Example, girl, right? Kelly. Me and Kelly, like my spine feels like jello a lot. I'm not in fast movement to make sure that certain things are not happening to my body to be really right. Um, Very amplified being careful. Um, because the neither here nor there, the feeling, neither really here nor there in any dimension per se. Like, yes, grounded, yes. But at the same time, like everything is like, woohoo, right? Available. And so, yeah. The twitches and the jolts that I've had in the last week and a half, I hadn't had that in like so long. And how amplified it is, like I forget yesterday what time it was. It's between 3 and 4, where all of a sudden, like, boom, here I go. I'm going in a salt bath and I'm adding a lot of baking soda. And it's like I had to be immersed in my little cocktail to feel good. For real. Annie, my knee hurt for years, and then last year and most of this year it was gone, all the body aches, and I felt great because I quit eating. The extended fasting appears to be key. Yeah, you'll see, sweetie, for sure, eh? Dawn, I was chosen to have to go through this, and most wouldn't have survived. I'm glad to share this journey with you all, awesome, strong women. Thank you, sweetie. Yeah, exactly. When we see certain things and how certain Like why it was us that was the chosen one for a certain path. Yep. Annie, so many legends, a legion of legends, yeah. Hi, Taffy46. How's everything? I see you. Give me a minute. I'll blue you in a second. I just want to. I'm late in the chat. It's kind of how I roll, Taffy, and I like for everybody to be on the same playing field. You guys can share each other. You can share your channel. Waters above. It's a challenge because we live in the present and not the future. The gratification is present, whereas the goals are in the future. It's about deliberate choice and discipline. The first step is deciding what you want. Yeah. Me is not so disciplined, honey. It's not so disciplined. But yeah, that is it. That the knowing. You got to know it. Yep. I know. Isn't it a good flow, Allie? Everyone here is so cool. Yeah, it feels really awesome, guys. Thank you so much. Even those of you holding space, passing through in the background, awesome energy, guys. Thank you so much. Yeah, I will pull you a card, Allie. Oh my gosh. Allie. I'm going to keep that feminine. A goddess card for Allie. Dawn, I went from 325 pounds to 205. Takes the changing foods you eat, no more soda, and the smaller utensils and patience. There. Ooh, Allie, and anybody else this resonates with. Ooh, shitballs. Okay. You ready, Allie? And anybody else this resonates with? Aphrodite. Number 2. A little bit of pink action. Aphrodite. Romantic love. The Greek goddess of romantic love, Aphrodite, represents a state of ecstatic being that she now invites you to cultivate within. You can experience the world as a sensual, expressive being if you allow yourself the freedom to explore what this means to you. Perhaps this is a portent of a new partnering or a deepening of the one you already have. Perhaps it's a time for you to claim the aspect of your nature which might have lain dormant for a while. Aphrodite invites you to fall in love with your life now and choose to look for the essence and expression of love all around you. And by doing so, love will increase tenfold, and you will see evidence of it everywhere you turn. Okay, Allie, there we go. Boop, 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 boop. Amplify the love. I don't know about you, Allie, or anybody else here, even masculine, right? Because completely possible. Found myself wanting to be surrounded, engulfed, I would even say, in pink. I dressed head to toe in pink. And I will again, sooner than later. Yeah. But I wanted the pink energy. I needed it. And like head to toe, the light, soft color pink, not, fluorescent, glowy, bright. La Vie en Rose. The song and the expression keeps coming up for me as well. Annie, it's hard to decide what I want. It's Mercurial and Amphoras. I don't know if I said those words right. Changes all the time. Taffy, it's because of the frequency that is put on us. It disrupts our natural flow of our bodies if you're tuned in to correct the frequency. You doing good, Taffy? Right on. Yeah, I'm doing super well. And yes, but it doesn't matter what they put out as a frequency, we are stronger than that, right? Just the knowing that it's there, not your circus, not your monkey, right? If you believe, then that's it. And I stand by that. And the less that you imprint your eyes and ears with certain things, especially in the name of research, the less that certain things actually affect you. For real. Hey, Carl with the K, Paige. Hey, Jen, sis, hope you're well. Yes, I'm doing awesome. How are you? Happy 11/11, Carl. What time is it? 16/11, 4/11 Eastern Time. Nice timestamp there. Yeah, Waters Above says, to anyone who's subbed to me, I've posted a few things again lately. Yeah. Like when your community posts come up for me. Ooh, you want a card, Taffy? Yummy, we'll pull you a card. I'm going to grab you an animal spirit. Or a card, Taffy. Where you say, but there's a lot of negative energy, and I feel that too. Yeah, Taffy, but the awareness that the negative energy is there and that, you know, we're all placed sporadically across the world in different ways in the middle of all that shit. Because we're stronger than that. And we're there to transmute it, right? And the transmuting, it does itself. It's not about, it's multidimensional, Taffy. Like, do you believe in that part of us, that we're like bigger than what we are? So multidimensionally, we are stronger, and we're here for the purpose of deflecting that energy, anchoring it for certain people, ley lines. We do that, right? Okay, I'm going to grab a card for Taffy. Anybody else that resonates with? Grab the messages that feel like they're for you. Anybody else want a card? Let me know. I am behind in the chat. I will get to the comments when I can. Not in a bad way, just take it slow. So, Taffy, turkey spirit, which I want to say, dude, I know you probably weren't here earlier, but the vulture came up earlier. Nothing is wasted. Card number 63, vulture. For us here where I am in Canada, it's turkey vultures that we have. So like that feels like it's just like the turkey vulture aspect. Turkey, we're also close to that time of year where y'all in America celebrate Thanksgiving. We already had ours. I forget the day, last week or 2 weeks ago or a month ago, right? But that turkey spirit in the air. This card number 61. Taffy, I don't know if 61 or the number 7 in total is a synchronicity for you. Turkey spirit, give with gratitude and grace. Turkey spirit's message for you is you always have the potential for manifesting a rich reality. For the turkey represents generosity and a celebration of abundance through giving to others. Give freely without expectation and you will receive. For the manifestation of abundance is happening right now. Align with it by sharing your good fortune with others. Whether you actually give money, loving guidance, the gift of listening, a smile, eye contact, kindness in any form, right? Immerse yourself in the flow of the generous abundance. Be a channel for the turkey spirit and the desire to see all beings experience the blessings of plenty. Give with gratitude and grace from a wellspring of love and compassion, knowing that spirit will respond by giving you all that you need in this moment and all moments to come. And I want to specify that, you know, the full circle is you have to be able to receive as well. right? A lot of people, it's okay. They're really good at giving. We are at a stage, though, where the harvest, you reap what you sown. You have to be ready to accept, right? You have to be ready to receive as well, right? Hope there's something in there that resonates for you, Taffy, and anybody else listening. Carl, Jen, I'm off to Western Supermart, UK tomorrow. Any vibes? West. The West is the best, Carl. Get there and we'll do the rest. Go west, young man. West. Wild West. Really, honestly, Carl, I flow with synchronicities and stuff, so I would turn one way just because it is west, or enter a certain building or company or a business because it has the word west in it, right? Just because it's one of my things. So it sounds good to me. Hope you have fun, dude. Taffy, you had cards done last week. Curious to see what I would pull out? Pull out the gratitude. I don't know if there was anything about that for you last week. Taffy, I try to be the light in the darkness. Yeah. And remember, Taffy, there's a part of you that doesn't have to try, right? Just allow. Allow. Annie, I just remembered the sock poem I wrote. Whenever you feel sad or low, I got my dotted socks. I drew a pic of them, of course. Of course, the dotted socks. Whenever I feel sad or low, I don my dotted socks. Who's Don? Who's Don? D-O-N, Don. Allie, I saw a turkey on the side. No way. On the side of the highway a couple weeks ago. I wanted to go back and help him, but it was too dangerous. I hope he got back into nature. Most likely, and if he really didn't, then it was like a circle of life thing, because if a turkey gets to that stage of the highway and instinct is not bringing it back, sometimes nature is just the course of it. But yeah, plus they are so savvy, those little suckers. They will go on the side of the, I've only ever seen certain turkeys on the side of the highway, or back roads, but on the side of the road. And Annie, we have turkey vultures. The wingspan 5 feet long. Yeah, ours here, I would say 5 to maybe even 6 feet long. No way, Taffy. Are you kidding me? Oh, I got goosebumps. That's what I had last week in the cards. Whoa, dude. All right, on. That's cool. Thanks for validating that. Allie, I applied back to college this past week. I still haven't committed, but the idea of going back to learn more chemistry. No way! That's so cool. You'll know when you know, eh? Dawn, you have both wild turkeys and turkey vultures? Yeah, the turkey vultures don't stay here for the winter. They migrate about 2 or more, but a minimum of 2 hours south. Allie says, yeah, the day I stop learning is the day I die. Yeah, I love that you learn well from and through other people. That's beautiful, Allie. Right? Taffy, can you tell the future with the cards? I have flashes and glimpses of certain things, depending on what flashes and glimpses. Not much. No, not in a way. And in a way that the things that I can, for me personally, what I can tell about the future of certain things is like that thing of seeing the highest version of someone through the cards, so that that ultimate knowing when Like, you know, you don't want to say it, but it is going to be okay. It is darkest before the dawn. Like all those sayings, you're going to get through it because you can see, like, that somebody will. Like, I can see future glimpses of people as well. Like future timelines, like names or certain things. And when it happens, it's like deja vu. It's funny you just asked about that in general, because we were talking earlier in the live stream of just how, you know, to not dip into the future on purpose, like to not how remote viewing or trying to look into the future like on purpose with intent actually is not beneficial because it can change timelines. So I don't know if you remember the movie like The Butterfly Effect. What was his name? Ashton Kutcher was in The Butterfly Effect. So in the movie, something really shitty happens and he wants to go back in time and change it. So he can. Boom, he can. But then it gets shittier. Holy fuck. By changing one thing, everything changed and it's even worse. So then he goes back in time again. And then, oh my God, right? But it's the same thing looking forward, right? Hello. Looking back, changing things, not perspective, but if we change one thing, then everything else would change. But it's the same thing for the future. So a seer actually sees certain things, but is not trying of ego to look into something on purpose. You just see it, right? It's like I've had flashes of people and I see their future child, right? Or I know that they're alone right now in their reality, but I see their future partner, right? Or within this like soul tribe journey, like people have had like an interest in me, for example, and it's like, no, because you're already somebody else's dude, but they've not even met yet, right? Like knowing that that person is like ixnay gonna be with one of my sisters that they don't even know each other yet, right? And I call that the mark, right? So it's even brighter than an actual wedding ring if somebody's meant for somebody that is interrelated in certain ways. Or if, like, let's say in your reality, it's like, I don't know, next week or tomorrow you're going to meet somebody. There's a part of their aura energy that's already over your shoulder, if that makes sense. Or how, like, when a woman gets pregnant, even if, like, there was still stuff before the actual fertilization that was in the aura, even if the baby was not meant to be and not planned, right? So I'm not talking about a married couple who's planning a baby. I'm talking about somebody who just, there's stuff, and then all of a sudden, like 2 months later, 3 months later, but it's like, we felt it coming. I don't know if that makes sense, but. Hey, Matrix Man. How's it going? Yeah, they're in the back. What are you gonna do with them?
Make a wrap?
Okay. Can you be careful? There's just so much stuff stacked in different ways. Yeehaw, Matt, says Trace. Yeah. Trace. Yeah, Carl. Okay, I gotta catch up with the chat. Annie, for me, it's north. True north always. Yeah, same. But that's the thing, is that each direction or each word has its meaning for different stuff, right? But yeah, north is very important for me as well. It's off fishing season. You're hoping to catch fish? Taffy, I'll never stop believing in something I find.
Meat, right?
Which meat? The one that's cooked, you mean?
Yeah.
Sure, take a little bit for sure. Taffy, I'll never stop believing in something I find hard to touch or grasp. But I'm learning just to flow, you know. That's beautiful. Carl, yes. I'm going to grab you one of these, too. Matrix Man, who let the Welshman in this chat room? I'm just happy he's here. That's so cool. I always like see him and hear him. And now it's like, wah ha ha, I have you in my grip, Simba. I know, I love the Simba part the best. I can't help it. Oh my gosh. Okay, Carl, are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? And anyone else it resonates with? 64, wasp. Sometimes life stings. Not all that spirit creates in nature is easy to love. But when we look through the eyes of wasp spirit, we recognize that even though sometimes life stings, there's a purpose for pain, just as there's a purpose for wasps in the natural world. Wasps keep insect populations down, supporting the growth of plants. So too, the sting of life might hurt, and you might feel deeply disappointed or even resentful that wasp spirit has shown up. But you will soon come to see that spirit had something wonderful in store for you. You might well come to realize that being stung led to something far better than you ever envisioned. Perhaps behind the scene, wasp spirit is conspiring with spirit to ensure that you could grow something of value. Spirit has a plan, and wasp spirit does play a part. Have you ever looked back and been glad that your prayers weren't answered because the path you...
No, already opened, what's it called? I keep here. Onions. There.
I'm not sure. Give me a second. Sorry about that. Thanks for asking.
Yeah.
Hang on. Just there's so much little crap stuff. No. Thank you. Have you ever looked back and been glad your prayers weren't answered because the path that you took led to something far better? Wasp spirit is a reminder to reflect on those times, for today's sting might hurt, but something better is awaiting. Whew. Taffy says Matrix, Jesus did blame him. You understand, Allie, I feel you, Jen. I like the way you explained that. Thank you, sweetie. Hide Matt. Matrix says, you gonna come sing tonight, Taffster? Is he gonna go sing tonight, Taffy? Yeah, Dawn, the purpose for pain. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. There's a part of what you wrote out earlier that just came out in the cardy. You bet your American arse I will. Oh my gosh, be careful what you call Matthew. He's not American. Right? He's not American. How dare you? He's got a Canadian butt.
One of the most insulting...
I don't mean to like point out your butt, Matthew. I've never actually seen Matthew's butt. He doesn't really stand on... He doesn't really stand up often. What?
One of the most insulting things is calling a non-American American. Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, I don't get triggered by many things, but don't call me American. I wanted to say non-American but I waited. I couldn't help myself. I couldn't help it. Oh, Canadian showman. Yeah, American't. Oh, Taffy. Oh no, no, I won't triggers. Damn Taffy. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Pain pill time, Dawn. Right on, sweetie. Bless that shit and amplify, baby. Oh my gosh, you guys crack me up. You're welcome, Carl. Have a super day, dude. I wish you fun on your trip. And remember, no matter what's coming, what's happening, everything's happening for a flow for the greater good. It doesn't stink so much when you feel that. Yeah, Ellie says, have a wonderful 11-11-22, Carl. I know. I really love that 1-1-1-1-1-1-2-2. It's actually a 2-2-2-2, right? Ooh, Maya, illusion.
Where are the bags?
Give me a second. I'm gonna...
Sorry, I keep asking you stuff.
Well, it's because I don't have any, technically. That's why. Use saran wrap. Okay. I know. Allie says yes, Jen, and we have 11-22-22 coming in 11 days. I know. I just want to stay giddy about it. I just want to stay giddy about the numbers. I love it. Whoa, she opened right up to the... That's like the third or fourth. It's just opened right up to the right page. Exactly. You guys are like neighbors. That's so awesome. Carl is in Birmingham, UK, and Taffy says I'm in South Wales. And Carl is like actually going to be in West End tomorrow. Super Mare, yeah. Oh my gosh. That's so cool, guys. Huh. Can't make this up. I swear, if you guys become lifelong friends forever, I'm like the godmother of that friendship. Because you came in and met here. I'm just teasing. Okay, card number 34. 3 and 4 is 7. Maya, illusions. When you look at the world, everything you see appears to be real. It's easy to imagine that your current conditions are influenced only by obvious actions and calculated movements. This is an illusion, as everything is intrinsically connected, though not visible, as due to the limitations imposed on our perception by our 5 senses. And remember earlier I said it specifically, like if you can see through the layers of the dimensions, right? The Hindu goddess of illusion, Maya, calls you to trust that the invisible world is responding to your deepest desires and intentions to make a better life for yourself and others. You are able to see through the curtain of illusion. Your clarity and intuition is heightened as your next steps are sure-footed. When the goddess Maya chooses to help you, trust that everything you need arises from your world with ease. Gotta go, Ali? Thanks for being here, sweetie. Dawn, lunchtime. Uncle Dude made cream cheese pancakes. Glad I have an appetite again. That sounds delish. Enjoy, honey. Ali, I love you. Thank you for your amazing company. Yeah, it's been a cool stream, guys. Thank you so much. Got some projects to get into. Wish you an amazing 11/11/22. Yeah, I love it. It's a great day to manifest. Harness that energy. Taffy specifying. It's a nice fish down there. Small world, eh? Yeah, definitely. Had to meet a Broomy on a channel. I know. Did I say Broomy right? Did I... Taffy? Did my accent say Broomy right? Because I don't use that word. We don't use that word in Canada. Annie, moon gazing, stargazing. Actually, I have a bigger one, but this one is tabletop sized. Where did you write the... Oh, Annie, I love how we found a telescope in the garage on 11/11/22. It's a telco. Huh. Nice. Tabletop size. Annie says, what's a Broomy? And Taffy specifies it's a person from Birmingham. There's a Birmingham in Michigan and Alabama. And Carl laughs. It's someone who lives in Birmingham, UK. Yeah, see, I would have not known that. Nearly pronounced it right. Awesome. Annie, projects. So many projects. Rar, yes. Everything in its due time, Annie. Everything in its due time. Tree Species, Birmingham, Alabama is my neighbor. And Alabama is my twin state. Yeah. Roar. Carl says, I'm not a true Broomy because I was born between Black Country and Birmingham. Emphasize the brum more. Brummy. Broomy. Broomy. Oh gosh. I need accent lessons, Taffy. I need accent lessons, Taffy. Brum. Annie, I thought it was somebody who sweeps with a broom. I love sweeping. I'm a broomy. I prefer a broom than actual vacuums. Except on carpet, obviously, like I have to, but I don't really like carpet so much. And I definitely don't really enjoy vacuum cleaners a lot. I prefer broom. Yeah, Taffy, that's it. A little bit more. I'll explain later if you're listening later. Yeah. Like brew. Brew. Bro. Sister Groovy Brulumi. Groovy Bloomy. Okay, I grabbed a card. Let's read it. I'm gonna stop streaming sooner than later. I don't know how long I've actually been on, but I'm starting to get hungry. Lily's on her second go of food.
Do you want me to make you some?
No, I'm gonna heat potatoes and the cabbage stuff. You want cabbage? Potatoes. 24, let it go. Forgiveness. Healing resentments. Shedding the role of the eternal martyr. Letting go of victimhood. Cutting the ties that bind you to destructive stories. Releasing pain so you can move on to the lesson it offers. Relinquishing the need to be right. There are times in life when you must forgive, lest you become a hostage to your anger, frustration, disappointments, and resentments. This is not about condoning bad behavior or minimizing the hurts done to you. Forgiveness is simply a commitment. Stop telling the old story so you don't carry the burden anymore. If you don't forgive, the old hurts fester and they become distorted. They cause you more pain over time. You become trapped in a prison of your own making, tied to the story. It's time to cut the invisible cords attaching you to the situation, preventing you from moving forward. The truth is, you victimize yourself every time you recreate the unresolved hurt in your mind or speak of it. Rather than allowing the folly to repeat, surrender the situation to your higher power. Now is the time for radical forgiveness. Say no to drama in all its forms. Forgive yourself and others for engaging in it. If something's awry, whether it's your perception or your emotional reactions, your judgment, and so forth, it's up to you to clean it up. Forgiveness is the key to a liberated and meaningful life. So no matter what method you choose, just do it. Ooh, that's the way to help me out, Carl. Birmingham. I'm a syllables person. Annie, the rakes on the carpet for dog and cat hair. Annie, I love coffee too, brewy. Bring me ham. Radio, Texas radio and the big beat. Okay. Brew me up a fresh cup of joe. Ouch. Just had a coffee before the stream. I say that, but that was a couple hours ago, I think. Taffy cup of tea.
Ow.
Is it everything okay?
My toe. No, everything is not okay.
Oh, I gotta wait till she moves out of the way. She's making herself some some tortillas or something.
I'm making a wrap.
A wrap, tortillas and stuff. Cooking up some onions, peppers. So I just have to reheat. Gotta just throw my stuff in the oven to heat it. Took cheese. Cheesecake.
Yeah.
Good pudding and a cup of tea, says Tracy. I've been meaning to make lemon meringue pie. I should get to it before my lemons are like I'll get to it when I get to it. Ideal course of action 37. I swear my eyeball is like literally itchy. Annie, I put dry roast turkey and mayo and flour tortilla. It's a wrap to me. Yeah, lemon pie. Lemon pie. 37, ideal course of action. It's easy to be overwhelmed in the planning of new endeavors. Simplify your plans. Clearly envisage what you want to accomplish and find ways you can ensure to stay on your path. Eliminate self-sabotage or other behaviors that might derail you. Determine what you desire to do next. Do this through daydreaming and visualizing what delights and inspires you. Trust that this is an important phase and that it's necessary to maintain alignment and clarity. Yeah, there's a lot of detail in these cards. They're gorgeous. Cheese is extra yum. Yeah. Lemon pie, yes. Yeah, I gotta get to it. With graham cracker crust. I prefer that. Okay, this is gonna be my last little dude. And then I'm gonna be done. Yes, she does. Good eye, Taffy. She does have a lizard on her head. Yes, that is a castle in the sky, honey. And this card came up a few days ago. I remember specifically because of the lizard on the head. I had sent the picture to Annie. Yeah. It's awesome, eh? Thanks for staying a little bit longer, Carl. I know you had to go earlier. As you exit, card 22, Dragonfly Spirit. Truth transcends illusion. That's the second card that alludes to illusion, right? Maya, the goddess earlier, illusion. And now I'm going to end with the dragonfly. Just going to put the cards away. Trying a new way to hold my cards. It's okay, but it's different. So yeah, we're gonna finish the stream with a 22. Oh, I do want to specify, because I keep all the cards this way. The first card up today was 11. We're the 11th, 22. The way that the first card and the last card, completely different decks. They have nothing to do with each other. French-Canadian author, someone else, I don't know where she's from, right? But the way that the colors, the shades, right? We are the 11th, 11/11, 22 today. I can't help but like just, yes, trace the peacock, the dragonfly energy. Expression was the word on the card as well. So we're going to finish it off with, I just got to get it in the book. Sorry. Not sorry. Dragonfly 22. Truth transcends illusion. Dragonfly Spirit is here to remind you of the wisdom and truth available at all times in the hidden realms. Just as Dragonfly catches your eye with its reflective wings and body, Dragonfly Spirit appears to tell you to pay attention to the truth beyond the illusion and recognize the insights that come seemingly out of nowhere, peeking through from behind the veil. In the realm of spirit, there's far more wisdom than you can perceive with your senses. There's a deep knowing that you're not separate or alone, for a higher power recognizes you and loves you beyond measure. Truth dissipates as you realize you are embraced by the nurturing force that is everywhere, always in communication with you. Aligning when you are preoccupied, Dragonfly Spirit offers this message. You exist in unity with all, including the protective spirits who share their wisdom, and you are being nudged along the path your soul needs to travel to have the experiences it craves. Love exists in many forms, and sometimes we overlook it when we don't recognize a particular form. Pay attention to the signs now. They remind you that each of us has inspired dreams, seemingly sewn into the fabric of the invisible world. And there's a great consciousness that exists in the seemingly empty spaces, guiding us on our journey. Open to the truth, letting the wisdom of the hidden realms inform you, providing insights to your conscious mind overlooks. Right on. Well, wish you guys all a super magical, magnificent end of the day, or beginning of the new day, and all the time difference and time zones and everything. And we'll catch y'all on the flip side. And again, thank you so much to everybody. Just awesome energy, guys. And I mean that for anybody passing through as well in the back. You like blue too, Tough? Annie, my two favorite colors together are blue and green. Thanks, Taffy. Jen, blessings, love. Thank you. Catch up soon. Chatters, you know what time it is. Yeah. Head over to Matrix Man sooner than later. See what time he starts at. Loves you guys. Thank you so much. Have a good one. Yes, remember. Remember what your heart's meant to remember too, eh? Not what we're told we're supposed to, but what we're meant to remember.